You've probably heard that learning takes time, but what if I told you there's a way to learn faster than you ever imagined? The CIA trains its agents to process huge amounts of information in record time, and you can do the same. In fact, studies show that the average person spends over 6 hours a day wasting time on distractions. Imagine what you could accomplish if you focused that time on learning. The truth is, speed learning isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. Here's something shocking. Research says we forget 70% of what we learn within 24 hours. That's right, 70%. But don't worry, because there are ways to hack your brain and keep that information locked in, just like a top-level agent. In this video, you'll learn the exact techniques spies use to absorb information quickly and efficiently. From zero distractions to mastering key concepts in record time, I'll show you how to speed learn like a CIA operative. Stay tuned, because we're about to transform the way you learn. Chapter 1. Mission Briefing. What the CIA doesn't want you to know about speed learning. The CIA is notorious for training agents to absorb and apply information quickly. But what they don't tell you is that their methods are surprisingly simple. They focus on the essentials. Learning, in the spy world, is about precision. They don't waste time on irrelevant details. Instead, agents identify what's critical and focus all their energy on mastering it. Speed learning works the same way. You need to understand the core of what you're learning and ignore distractions. In fact, research shows that we only retain about 10–30% of what we read and hear. This means you should only focus on the most valuable 10% of information. This isn't about memorizing facts but about mastering the key concepts that will give you the biggest return. Chapter 2. The Zero Distraction Protocol. Declutter your mind like a spy. Spies are trained to focus under extreme pressure. You can apply the same principle to your learning. It starts with eliminating distractions. According to a study by the University of California, it takes an average of 23 minutes to get back on track after an interruption. That's time you can't afford to lose. Start by decluttering your learning environment. This could be as simple as closing unnecessary tabs on your computer or creating a quiet space for study. Use the minimalist approach to only keep what you need to focus on. When your space is clean and organized, your mind can focus better. Remove distractions, and you'll see your ability to process and retain information skyrocket. Chapter 3. The 80/20th Secret. Learn the spy essentials for maximum impact. The CIA doesn't teach agents to be experts in everything. Instead, they help them focus on the 20% of skills that give 80% of the results. This is called the Pareto principle, or the 80/20th rule. You can use this rule for learning any subject. Instead of trying to learn everything about a topic, identify the most important 20% that will help you the most. For example, when learning a language, focus on the most common 100,200 words. These will be used in 80% of conversations. According to a study by Tim Ferriss, 80% of your language fluency will come from the most basic 100 words. In other words, don't sweat the small stuff. Focus on what matters. If you're finding these tips useful, don't forget to subscribe for more insider secrets on speed learning and productivity. Chapter 4. Memory Recall Hack. How spies use the minimalist vault. CIA agents are trained to remember vast amounts of information under pressure. They use mental techniques to store and recall data efficiently. One such technique is the memory palace, a method that dates back to ancient Greece. The idea is simple. Associate new information with a familiar space, like your house. For example, if you need to remember a list of items, imagine placing each item in a different room of your home. This method works because it uses spatial memory, which is one of the brain's strongest memory systems. You don't need to memorize every single detail, just the most important ones. By minimizing the information to only what you need to remember, you can easily recall it when necessary. Chapter 5. Spy Level Speed Reading. Deconstructing the book. The CIA Quick Scan. Spies are known for quickly scanning information for critical details. You can adopt this technique by using speed reading. The key to reading faster is to stop subvocalizing, saying the words in your head as you read. Studies show that this slows you down significantly. Instead, try to focus on reading chunks of text rather than individual words. To speed up your reading, aim to process groups of 3-4 words at a time. Another useful technique is to preview the material first. Skim the headings, subheadings, and any bolded or italicized text. This will give you a mental map of the information and allow you to read faster while understanding the core ideas. Chapter 6. Covert Review. The minimalist method to mastering anything. Spies don't wait until the last minute to review their intel. They review it consistently and strategically. You should do the same. The most effective way to retain information is through spaced repetition, a technique where you review material at increasing intervals. A study by the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve shows that we forget 70% of new information within 24 hours. But by reviewing that information regularly, you can increase retention by up to 80%. Instead of cramming all at once, break your study sessions into smaller chunks and spread them out over time. Keep the review process minimal by focusing on key points, and avoid overwhelming yourself with unnecessary details. If you want to unlock more ways to learn like a CIA agent, hit that subscribe button for more tips and tricks on mastering new skills in less time. By applying these CIA-inspired speed learning techniques, you'll be able to master new skills and knowledge in a fraction of the time. The minimalist approach to learning is all about efficiency. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. When you remove the unnecessary and focus on the critical, you can learn anything quickly and effectively. Just like a spy, you'll be able to absorb and apply knowledge under pressure. So, start decluttering your learning process, focus on the essentials, and use these covert strategies to become a speed learning expert.